Does he ever lose? This guy. Does he ever lose?
Hello everyone, how you guys doing? Welcome back to the official Nick Walsh TV channel, and welcome back to more Spin and Go action. Red Hot XXX Spin and Go action. Thank you, Undersea Monkey, for the sub. 6 months, man. I appreciate it very much. How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. It has been a rather interesting couple months. I would say in the last 2 months or so, we've definitely endured some hardship during our 10,000 spin and go target thing that we've been playing on stream. In addition to that, travel to Vegas, courtesy of the Hippodrome Casino. Thank you once again to the Hippodrome. In addition to that, just came back from Nottingham, where we had the Handed Mob Championship. Thank you very much to the Handed Mob for sorting us out with that as well. And it's just been a lot. There's been a lot going on. I'm very grateful for that. This isn't a complaint. I'm not trying to get any sympathy, guys. It's just been a lot of high intensity stuff going on. Lots of time zone spanned. No time zone spanned, but you know, significantly later nights than I'm used to as well. And it's taken a toll, but we are here once again to try and continue to build on our total volume target that we've set for ourselves. So far, guys, we have played around 3,300 games. We're trying to get to 10K by the end of the year. We're doing the majority of this on stream, and this is what the graph looks like so far in chips. So we are winning more chips than we are losing in EV. We are winning more chips in reality than we are in EV as well, which is a nice change. We have had a little upswing in that department. We are winning more chips than we're losing at non-showdown. We are doing a lot right here, as I've said, for the last little amount of time. We just need a little nudge in the right direction, and I think we can still make a go of this, and we can still get somewhere near a respectable chip EV before the end of the year, hopefully. And let's see how the actual profitability washes out in the end. Let's start with one table. We're going to play 25s, and we'll go from there. Just before we moved on, like I said, I just wanted to say I'm really grateful to the Hippodrome and to Handed Mob for sorting out some really fun trips and hosting some very good events. If you guys are ever considering playing anything in London, anything poker related, I would definitely highly recommend the Hippodrome Casino in Leicester Square. Definitely need to give it a look if you guys haven't been before. It's really beautiful. It's a beautiful casino. They got some really nice bars and stuff upstairs and outside and all that good stuff. In addition to that, if you're thinking about ever checking out a Handed Mob Championship, definitely a lower and more mid-stakes buy-in tournament series, but very well done, very generous guarantees, and the people are lovely, and the event itself actually was a very good structured event. Unusually, they actually started most of their events with 200,000 chips. Obviously, kind of the same as if you start with 10,000 chips, but just, you know, in equivalent denominations. But I think that the actual structure itself, considering it was a 230 and then a 530, I think, was very good. So definitely check out Handed Mob. events in the future if you guys want to get involved. Shout out to everybody who came to join nice and early. KWS over there on YouTube. Thank you, Raksha and Tom, our power mods, for being here. Sensitive Tony, hello. John Edwards, hello. And Undersea Monkey, thank you once again for the sub, dude. You're far too kind. Okay, let's play poker. As always, guys, if you have any questions or comments or criticisms or memes, hit me up in the chat and let's talk about it. Throughout today's session, I'm going to try my best to note down anything of interest that I think we need to study, and then we will do some review. We are trying to get through a little bit more volume here as well, so there's a chance if we're feeling up to it shortly, we might consider firing a second table up here. I'm assuming we can check raise this. This seems good. Alter Ace, thank you very much for joining today. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Pretty awful turn after we put in a third of our stack. Really don't know how much of an answer or response we have to this. We really don't have a range advantage here either. Our opponents are supposed to have the bigger spades, so this becomes pretty nasty because we're basically going to have to assume our opponent is bluffing if we want to win this pot, and it feels a little bit punty. Oh, it's a beautiful day here in Brighton, by the way, guys. It does feel nice to be home again. My intention was to go to Coventry in 2 weeks' time as well, so additional travel potential. Let's take this one out. However, I do think that probably at this point I might give Coventry a miss. It was very much on the agenda, but the group that I was going to travel with, I think, is diminished significantly. The group that I was traveling with is kind of all split up now, and it might be nice just to have a couple quiet weekends in a row here after Vegas and then dusk till dawn. I am feeling very tired. Hello, Manu Manu. Howdy, Sheriff. Any street fighting on the week end or boring GTO as usual? Any street fighting on the weekend or boring GTO as usual? So this weekend was a lot of street fighting. This weekend was very interesting. Really, really good mix of players, some of which I think were very, very, very talented players. A lot of inexperienced players, some very good opportunities to win chips and all that good stuff. I would say at the weekend, aside from maybe one or two spots, which were definitely exploit spots, I'd say it was all very, very good poker from me. I think I played really well. Definitely gotten a couple guys' heads there as well for a minute, in the sense that, you know, based on the comments at the table and stuff, I think people definitely felt under pressure. They definitely were feeling as though I was, you know, poker ninja too much, perhaps bluffing, blah, blah, blah. I think we played really well. A lot of the spots I wasn't sure about, I wrote down. Did a little bit of study after we left the venue as well. And a lot of it was really textbook. Tom says, did you see people from the community that you didn't expect this weekend? I know you were telling people to go. I did, but perhaps not people that I sort of had said, you know, you should come along. There were a lot of unexpected people from the community who I recognized or who I've met before very briefly. Actually had a chance to hang out with the Irish lads a bit more. Ultimately, the main event was taken down by one of the Irish crew. We managed to jump in the winner's photo as well. All right, let's write this one down. I'm almost positive we just shove here. I don't think we missed that spot, especially not in the 2x multiplier. Just trying to remember the guy's last name, because I want to give him a shout out as well. He played a really, really good game. Let's take a look. Sorry, guys, give me a sec. Let me find the exact name because I've forgotten his last name now. All right, let's mark down the Jack 3 suited. I'm pretty sure we just pushed that one. I don't really think there's too much study to be done there. There, Darren Harbinson, thank you very much. There he is. 323,000 in total live earnings. His most recent score being, of course, the 230 main event Handed Mob Championship for 26,750 pounds sterling. Lovely guy. Love playing poker with the Irish. A lot of the guys were there. Somebody who I've played with before as well. Paul Carr was there, of course. Paul Carr, a bit of a legend in the Irish community. And my friend Joel as well. It was cool. Trip Queens, Like a Boss. Full House, Like a Boss. So at this point, I think we can probably get away with something that looks like this. Feels good, man. What has he got? Ace deuce of clubs. We've done very well not to get that in at some point. But yeah, overall, it was a really nice mix. Met a bunch of people that I've not interacted with before. A lot of people that haven't actually interacted with my content before either, which was nice. It was nice to have a chat with them, get them interested in, you know, perhaps watching streams in the future and stuff like that too. Had a fair number of people recognize me by voice as opposed to face, which makes a lot of sense as I do majority commentary, cams down. In the biggest stuff that we do. But overall, I'd say really nice group of people, some old faces, some old friends. It was good. These 4 spades, baby. Yeah, Queen Jack is a fair call here. This is probably okay. I am interested to see this spot though. I'll search this one as well when we're done and we're ready for review. The fold there is pretty massive. This one's very, very close. The unknown player, you know, might be shoving. I mean, we might just have the right price here, to be honest, guys. All right, whatever. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. We're effectively calling, you know, two more. So we're calling 2 to win. We're calling 2.3 to win 6. I'd say we have at least the correct equity to call there for sure. It just seems like a priced in situation. Cool, back in the game. Tell you what, we'll mark both. Let's mark the Queen 8 and then let's mark the 8-5. I mean, the 8-5 is on paper going to be a call, I think. Then the Queen 8 jam as well. Okay. We got some options here. Okay, comeback is real. Probably sending any suited king here. It's a bit unlucky. Ace-9 is a really big wake up there for such a short stack. Very unlucky there. Wow, 5s, jacks, ace, queen for tiny, tiny stacks. Jack is going to hold here. Pretty impressive. Next game.
Does he ever lose? This guy. Does he ever lose?
Thank you very much for the follow. Welcome. This was Mauser. Thank you for the follow, mate. All right, GG's. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I will be right back. Sorry, chat. I really need to sort out some sort of a. I really need to sort out some sort of a break content button with the amount that we have to dash in and out of this room. Okay, here we go. Don't know this guy on the left here. Kind of want the guy on the left to win so we can play the heads up against the unknown player. Nothing against you, Beck, of course. Don't wish you unluckiness. Wish you all the luck in the world, my friend, but you know. Okay. 2-1 chip disadvantage. I guess we're going to commit. Technically, he shouldn't have an ace. He will have quite a few misdraws here as well. We want to try and put the 7 and the 4 in a pretty bad spot, though. So let's go for all of it. or he rivers trips, obviously. So it just goes to show the quality of the maneuver here. We've correctly identified weakness, and we've attacked that weakness. It's just maybe going to work way better when they don't call a raise in the turn with bottom pair and then river trips. That's usually going to be more successful, guys. We have a straight. 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 We have pineapple. I have a pen. I have pineapple. Pen, pineapple, apple, pen. Interesting. Maybe this guy is playing a big spin somewhere. Seems a bit distracted, doesn't he? Okay, let's mark it for review. Pretty sure so far so good. I think all the moves have been very good. So far, I think they've all been pretty textbook. Not sure about this one, guys. Not sure about this one. If he's the kind of player that check raises a 10, does he check the turn? Story checks out. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting theory you have there, sir. Enjoy your meeting, Undersea Monkey. I have no idea what's going on here. This guy is potentially a reg, but we're min raising at 9 big blinds effective, which I don't think is a thing. Okay, we're min raising Jack 6 offsuit apparently at 10 big blinds effective, which is definitely not a thing. Definitely not a thing. Wow, we ran really bad in this game, Jesus. This is a min raise at 10.5 big blinds effective with Jack 6 off. I don't think so. I don't think so. I might be wrong. Let's mark it for review. Let's take a look at that one in a bit. Very strange. Very strange. We missed our draw as well, unfortunately. And then we get in good here again. We did a lot of good things in that game, and almost none of it seemed to work. All right, guys, we might need a crisp DC at this point if everyone's gonna be mean to us. We might need to pour ourselves a crisp DC. Crisp DC. Come on, the hearts. Yes, yes, yes. You win. Pocket twos, pocket twos. Everything you own in a box, pocket twos. Standing in the front yard, talking about how it's just a pair of twos. You must not know what I mean. You must not know what I mean. Check for a 7. Potential combo draw alert here. If there's no lead, I think this is actually kind of cute. You must not know what I mean. You must not know what I mean. I can have another you. Baby. Interesting theory. Interesting outcome here, guys. Put the chips in good and they don't come back. Oh my goodness. What a game we play. All right, guys. Crisp DC. That's what we want. You must not know what I mean. You must not know what I mean. Okay, let's see if we can win it all in today. Okay, guys, ready for the ASMR? Ooh, that's pretty good. Pretty good ASMR. You ready, guys? You know what? It's not as crisp as I would like, but give it a minute to chill. We might fire up another table in a sec here, guys. This is too slow. And I feel the need for speed. You must not know what I mean. You must not know what I mean. The need for speed. Uh, what the hell happened over here? Did I limp the button on accident? Okay, well. Bit confused about what happened over here. I guess I accidentally limped. Can we get rewarded? I think that'd be fun if we just made our flush. We lose the flip with the sevens. I mean, probably a good shot the 9 is live over here as well. Combo draw missed as usual. I don't even... Did we accidentally limp the button? Must have done, right? Okay. Obviously, don't limp the button with a deuce of hearts. That was just a misclick. Apologies, chat. I could have another you. 10K might hit today, though. Yeah, the 10K might hit today. Don't really got a whole lot going on here, do we, chat? Standing in the front yard, talking about how I'm such a fool. This is a pretty clear ISO large. We roll this one as well, guys. We don't always do that. Yeah, ace 10, obviously a snap call. Still about 60-40 here pre-flop. Not winning an all-in today. Looky there. Cool in this game. Okay, I don't know why this is being such a grump, but there we go. Jack 10 is good on the right. Ace 10 is definitely all in here on the left. Give yourself a blue tag. Accurate, Tom. Accurate. Completely fair. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this is actually meant to be like this. I mean, just that one hand that we saw played 2 seconds ago, I think is already reason enough. Min-raise Jack 9 off or whatever it was. I have a feeling about that one on the right. I have a strong inclination. I think it's just a fold. Let's mark that one for review as well. Pretty clear jams on both sides. Nice one on the right, 50 bucks. 6 and a deuce is not going to cut it here. Queen and an 8 is a good hand to push, though. Definitely a call here on the left. Definitely a player that we've played a lot with as well, so going to be a lot closer to the standard GTO push lines, which is fantabulous for us. This guy on the right, Hot Brownie 44. That is a fantastic name for a poker account. Really like that. Okay, I'm just going to go big here on the right. This is fine. If my opponent has a piece, we're going to get tons of it. I think we just jam turn. If he has a 5, he can still hero call. He can still call with flush draws. $60-40 on the left, no good. Let's put this in the steal category. Once we raise, we have to call the shove. You can see how close these lines are. Almost exactly 50-50 pre-flop against the ace tray. We'll mark this one for review as well, but once we raise, I think we have to call for sure. In terms of 37% is pretty nice. Chop pot, apparently. Let's mark that one for review as well. I'm pretty sure that's just a call. We just have tons of additional, well, a little bit more additional dead money in the pot, and we have a hand that has a lot of equity on average. Same hands. Wow. What the hell? Okay, this is weird. Okay, what happened here again? Oh, this is at least min raised. Okay, cool. So we have a double, we have a gut shot and the diamond draw here, guys. And it's a million chips and dead money. That is a bit more like it. I'm really praying we're not flush over flush, but we're not folding, obviously. And at this point, calling seems wrong. Too much in the pot. Let's just get it in here. So a pretty massive pot at non-showdown there. I'm not really worried about us losing the pot that often, but like I think raising not all it, we have to put more money in, basically. We definitely have to put more money in, but I think that's not all in looks too strong. So I guess if we have to raise and non all in's not gonna work, then it's gotta be all of it. Okay, definitely worth noting here because this is not good. That was a limp, right? Limp button. Definitely worth noting. Next game. All right, let's take one crack at the flop here on the right. Yep, obviously a call. No doubt about it. Getting unlucky in the all-in isn't anything new. 7-5 can still go in here. Crazy. Betting flop seems good. Getting check raise kind of sucks. Lovely. Sorry about that, guys. If he leads turn, we can't really do much apart from call, I think. Cat FC, very good player. Probably will bluff this river a fair amount. But I'm not sure if we have an answer. Ugh. This is a tough one. Guess we gotta fold. Jack high on the right definitely has some semblance of showdown. So technically we are going to be doing okay here with the queen nine. I think this is actually a call. We'll mark that one for review as well. I'm going to try and take jack high to showdown here on the right if we can. It's important to note that this guy is shoving 9 big blinds here. So he will have all the suited connectors and stuff that we have beat. I think it's a call. I'm pretty sure we have to call there. We're going to limp with the king jack still. We're going to call a jam on the right if we need to. Get the money in fine. And queen 9 marked for review. Okay, can we trap ace king here on the left? We're going to give it a try. We won the $75 on the right. I expect Cat FC to be aggressive enough to attack here on the left. And then I would also anticipate that we want to barrel this flop pretty much every time with all of our range. If they have a 4 or a 5 here, they're actually supposed to get quite aggressive. We don't get any action, unfortunately. King 7. Let's do this. Let's do this. Clubs are good. Yeah. No, that is not what we're looking for. Thank you, dealer. Man, that's annoying. Wow, really fast, confident lead on the turn here. If we're checking this flop, we have a queen. A queen is not a good hand card to have here. I'm gonna make a very, very tight fold. Sorry guys, I don't know why we keep losing, what the fuck? We keep losing the tables for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Javier, how you doing, buddy? Let's dump this one. Seven. Okay, sorry guys, I'm not sure why it's being weird. Trip fives is kind of cool. I guess we're gonna want to lead here. And then on the river, I think we check. If we check, he can still value bet a queen. He'll also put in his miss straight draw, miss flush draws. Snap checks on this river. He turns up here with queen seven off. Okay, so fair enough. Definitely with the note that we have, I'm anticipating him to try and bet that hand after we check there. We still pick up a few chips anyway. Like, they always have the hand. They always have the hand when they need it. And anytime we flop them bad, they find a way out. It's so lame. That literally happened to me twice this weekend as well. Like, got chips in, totally standard spots. Ace queen versus ace king, flop a queen, turn the straight. Like, bro, you're breaking my heart. I don't understand how it's possible to just always have the best hand all the time. How do they do it, guys? How do they do it? I want to understand, how do they do it? Okay, mark this one for review. Again, textbook. All right, ace deuce is going to mark for review. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that literally any suited ace up to ace 7 is going to be a jam there pre-flop for 15 big blinds. We just need to not run like garbage. Where is my Spin and Go Championship live? Where's my Spin and Go Championship? throwable. Oh, here it is. Oh shit, sorry guys. I don't know why I keep losing my tables. I don't know why we're getting called by King 8 here. But I accept. Sorry guys, I don't know why the tables are broken, but we're calling here. Good spot there on the left. Bit of a donation from the 7 tray. We lost on the right hand side, Queen 7. Okay, fine. Okay, let me make some notes quick, guys. Sorry, 1 second. So the guy on the left here, in a limped pot, check jams 2, 4, 6, 1, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 8x pot. Good to know. We had a plan here at least. Okay, I don't know why it keeps doing that, but I keep losing my tables. Okay, accept. Now. You're killing me right now. You're killing me, Smalls. Against the unknown here. Damn. This is a tough one. Unknown player. It could just be spewing very first hands. Honestly, don't know. I want to mark down that Queen Jack as well. Oh, I'm glad my patience paid off there, right, guys? I'm pretty sure the Queen Jack still goes. Queen Jack offsuits. What's up, Lawler? Good to see you. How you doing, mates? $100 on the right-hand side. Hey, Julian. Nice. Don't chop it. Okay, this is going to be El Clasico on the right. This is not the best of flops, but that's all right. Pretty confident lead here. Dude, I totally miss you. Totally miss you. Dude, I totally miss you all the time. Oops. Control Z. Dude, I totally miss you. Totally miss you. Easy Game 775, thank you for the follow. How are you doing today? All right, we're gonna have a crack at it like this. We got one of the raise bets through. Seven tray. Dude, I totally miss you all the time. Oh. Pair of sixes. Like, dude, I totally miss you. Totally miss you. Dude, I totally miss you all the time. We won't be folding the turn. I kind of feel like we can just fold here, but I also kind of feel like I don't want to. The limb's kind of shallow though. Okay, fine. Interesting one on the left here. I do expect him to play most of his aces more aggressively pre-flop. He can still do this with the pairs in between. Dude, I totally miss you. Totally miss you. Straight draws are cool. especially when you make them. It's going to be lit when I make a deep run in the main next year. Never played it because of the schedule. Fair enough. I have faith. I believe in you. I believe in you. Hello, Blue. Welcome. Jables. Pocket Jabletons. The Pocket Joblas. Pocket Jubblies. The official Pocket Jubblies. Interesting. $100 on the right-hand side. Ace 10 gets it in. Okay, 4.33 big blinds effective next hands. And the Queen 3 is 100% got to be a jam here. We do have the best hand pre-flop. No good with the all-in. Definitely a push for a slimp. King 10 of hearts on the left, 100% call. We are going to run good, and we know we run so bad. King Queen's going to go in the middle here as well. This one is pretty close on the right here. I'm going to err on the side of caution. This one's going to come out with a limp. $100 on the left as well. Like, dude, I totally miss you. I totally miss you. Dude, I totally miss you all the time. Do we get any action with the pocket trays? Dude, I totally miss you. Totally miss you. Dude, I totally miss you all the time. I guess I can check call the river now. a bit confused what he has here. Seems good. We managed to win the $100 on the right. That was Jack 10 versus Jack 8. Fair play. The little trap check on the left here is really good, though, I think. Feels very, very spicy indeed. Cow Chad, hello. Ace 5 of spades defended. This is a steel pot, blind v blind. Ooh, wow, big bet. Big bet. I don't know what you're supposed to big bet here, but I think it's designed specifically to make my hand feel pretty inferior here. Fair play, nice hand. I think we can just send this one. I'm pretty certain this one is good. Let's mark that one for review as well. Oh, hello. Hello. All right, so a couple things you want to note here for review. Let's mark the let's do this. Let's do this. So this is the Queen 9 suited was the ship. And then the Ace 8 call as well. I think the Ace 8's probably got to go in there. I'd imagine. Dude, I totally miss you. I totally miss you. Dude, I totally miss you all the time. Come on, 9 and a 6, baby. Let's go. Hold the baby. Hold the baby. Hold that baby down. We're going to make this 4/12. This works. Lawler's asking, what is the next stop for you? It is Barca. Barcelona will be my next stop. Wow, this is a pretty ginormous flop. I think we can check this flop as well. That's fine. Ace Jack, Jack 9 for $75. Nice. That's another victory over here on the right. It's looking pretty good as well. I'm going to check again. Pure, absolute, pure, unadulterated trappage. And now we go for the 1.5 river. Don't worry, buddy. You can see it on TV later. Can we get the chips in with Ace King here for $100? Please, another 4X for me. Please, Dela. Dela! Fucking help me, Dela. Jesus. Help me, Dela. Don't you dare. Oh, goodness gracious me, oh my. What am I to do with that flop and that run out? We're going to limp 9, 10 of spades. If he shoves, we're going to call the shove. Over here, against the limp on the button, we're shoving Ace 4. If he has a trap, we'll make a note. Pair of 9s on the flop. Let's start betting. We're not going to fold on the left-hand side here. So, do this. Let's do this. And then let's do this. Let's do this. We're going to check call the river now as well, guys. We're going to try and get him to bluff his missed hearts. Yeah, just check on the river. We're trapping the kings on the left-hand side as well, guys. This is a very clear push on the right. Kings. We can commit now. Kings are an above average hand. Queen 9 raise call, I think, is textbook, though, if you're randomizing correctly. We managed to get ace 8 against king 4 here, which I think is probably not so good. Nine 7's got to go. Come on, getting a fold on the left-hand side here is really, really good. Up against 5's not so bad. King! For fuck's sake. How many times are we going to get the chips in here on the left? I think we're going to call. Okay. Man. How do we want to run in this game over here on the left? Let's mark that for review as well, but I believe we've been all in for the win 4 times for the $100. Doesn't feel completely fair, does it, chat? 2 big blinds with aces. Circadian, thank you. QB, good to see you as well. Okay, ace 5 of spades, all in for the 75. 7-4, still a fold. Bottom of the really bottom of the deck. We're gonna keep it balanced against not your core over here. In fact, never mind. I take that back. We're gonna do something very unbalanced here. We would have got the chips in regardless, it seems. Queens versus A7 for the win, no good. This is not nice over here, is it, guys? Pretty much committed to any 2 here. We have 2 live cards. This is fine. Not what we want, but we have to gamble at some point. Otherwise we're folding too much. That $100 was ours. We should have won that game. We were all in there way too many times for the win to not get rewarded once. It's kind of bullshit. Let's do this one. Fold to the shove, fold this one. Like, dude, I totally miss you. I totally miss you. Dude, I totally miss you. Emil, thank you very much for the sub tier 1, 6 months now. It's very kind of you, mate. Thank you so much. It's just real nice, mate. Thank you. QB says 3 weeks since my hip surgery, so I haven't been around much lately. Fair enough, mate. I hope that you're feeling a bit better, and I hope the surgery is healing nicely. Queen 8's definitely a call here on the right, by the way. Especially when you hit the 8. There we go, that's better. Not really sure what we're supposed to do when these guys go all in all the time. Just want to try and win sometimes. Gonna jam pocket jacks like this. Yeah, I hope you're recovering well, mate. Senior QB. QB for trolls, man. Can I just say, here is an OG Twitch poker / Twitch enthusiast supporter who I think has been around, I mean, pretty much almost as long as I've been streaming. Is that true, QB? I feel like you've been around since like the early days of the OP poker stuff. Maybe a smidge after. I think we probably are going to make an interesting fold here. I mean, it was the right fold. It was the wrong time. Right fold, wrong time. Removing the stitches and had an x-ray today. Well, how was the x-ray? Queen 8's gonna go here. Would love to get a jam here. No. Batuto making a good call with ace-9 here. Just running into ace-king. Does feel nice to be on the right side of one of those once in a while. It does, I have to say. Maybe a diamond. Maybe a diamond? Yeah, I think QB for Troll is one of the OG Twitch supporters for sure. Okay, we're gonna do one of these guys. Lawler, thank you for the gifted tier 1 sub. Good life, man. Got a little hype train going on, guys. What's up, Martin Samuels? Nikki, get clicky, baby. Let's go. What's up, Gillet? We're doing okay today, mate. We're winning some EV. What? What was Julian doing over here? What was this call? Just called 15 big blinds of a 6-7? Cheeky monkey. You cheeky monkey. How's it going, Gillardine? Gillardino. The Gillardino. I must win. Pocket eights, I must win. I must win. I'm going to value bet on the right. Oh my goodness, let's go. Oh my goodness, King 5, let's go. Ace 5 of hearts is going in the middle on the left here, no matter what. No matter what, we're playing $125 spin and go. Okay. We have this track on repeat now. I need to sort out some new tunes. I need to sort out some new tunes for the different accomplishments. Interesting. 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 Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Ace King versus Pocket Eights. Ace High Flop is nice. Sweets. $125 would be nice. I'm not gonna lie, chat. I don't want to lie to you guys, but it would be nice. I'm assuming we can do pretty much anything we want here. This might be nice. Perfect. Eevee is all I've ever wanted. Exactly. Exactly. It's exactly how you should be thinking about it. Hey, Con over there on YouTube says, "Hey Nick, being brutally honest, how much percentage of luck and skill do you think is necessary to win the WSOP main event?" It's a great question, mate. Give me a second. I'll give you a whole answer in a moment. In my opinion, the amount of luck required in order to win the WSOP main event is extreme. I think that there is still a very large skill component, however, just because it is such a luxurious blind structure. So there's a lot of scope. Like if you're good at playing lots of different stack depths and you're good at bobbing and weaving and all that stuff. Okay, I think we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna do this. I might have to commit all of it here, guys. I might have to commit all of it. I don't know. Are we going to get him to fold the Queen of Diamonds or the Jack of Diamonds is a good question. I don't think he has the Ace of Diamonds that often. It's hard for him to have the nuts. Okay, let's do it. Queen of Diamonds is definitely possible for sure. What percentage, though, is a good question. I'm not sure how to quantify that exactly. Since you asked, Nick, I had a look, and they look good, I guess. Okay, good. It's good to know. Okay, we're going to lead this turn now. And we're going to go small again, I think. If we get raised, we have to call, obviously, but that's fine. That was kind of part of the equation. Just get called down by a 10 here. You know, it's just that it's such a huge field, Con. You know, it's the skill component is very, very serious, but in any poker tournament, you need luck to win. In the larger the field, the even more luck is required. I'm gonna start ramping things up here. I'm gonna bet the turn and the river if I need to. Okay, 7 deuce. We're actually gonna check it this time. We're not always gonna raise 7 deuce first limp. Nine of diamonds, 6 of diamonds. Wow, that's a pretty good flop. Now, I think that betting this board is fine. I think this is also a board that we check quite often, so I don't think it's suspicious if we do check. If our opponents do end up having a straight draw or a flush draw on the turn, they're going to do a lot of leading here as well. Okay, that was a delayed check here. I guess we can just start doing this. Pretty monstrous flop for us there. Oh, sorry guys. What the hell is going on? Sorry guys. Here we go. I don't know why OBS is struggling so much that you didn't miss anything. I think we got to commit, guys. I'm really hoping that we don't run into it twice here. Okay, so we did 2 big bluffs in this game, and exactly 50% of them worked out. This is definitely a call for the 1-2-5. Wish me luck, guys. Come on. Don't be so fucking stupid, mate. Come on, bro. Don't be so silly. Sorry, I'm not talking about 4 lulls. I'm talking about the game of poker. Come on, mates. I just don't. Why? Legitimately make a sick bluff, get him down to a 10 big blind stack, get the money in good. Just hold the baby one time. Oh, for Christ's Why do we run so bad? Oh, man. This new chair is so good. So lame. Why are you causing trouble again? Just behave yourself. I am tempted to kind of bluff him back here. I don't think he has the ace of hearts. I don't think he has the ace of hearts. Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. That is interesting. McNeil says, back up and at it, Nick. As the crow said, it can't rain all the time. He did say that, didn't he? Mr. Crow. Good old Mr. Crow. This chair is really legit, guys. Highly recommend these products. Bututo. 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 All right, I don't know the player at the on the right, I don't think. I don't know this guy, I don't think. Good luck. We shan't be folding ace queen. Nice hand, bro. Potuto. 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 X multi, fine, let's do this. Let's do these. Let's do these. Let's do these. 6.6. All right. We shan't be folding ace deuce of diamonds. We shan't be folding king 10. We lost with the best hand over there. We shan't be folding 8-9 of clubs.
Does he ever lose? This guy.
Basic concept, thank you for the follow.
Does he ever lose?
All right, nice hand, buddy.
Does he ever lose?
Yeah, poker always has it.
This guy.
Z Maxi Fire, thank you for the follow as well. Hello everybody from Team 651. Didn't even see the raid.
Does he ever lose?
How you guys doing? Welcome to Nick Walsh TV. I'm Nick Walsh.
Does he ever lose?
My name is Nick Walsh. I'm a member of Team PokerStars Pro. Team Pro for short, and I'm a PokerStars ambassador. I usually talk about poker. Sometimes I play it. I'm trying to play some right now. We're playing Spin and Goes. How was your stream today, Team 651? Hope everything is going well over there. If you guys are enjoying today's stream, hit the follow button and support my channel, please.
Does he ever lose? This guy. Does he ever lose? Does he ever lose? This guy. Does he ever lose?
What's up, Kit Pausa? Good to see you, Feckinel. Thank you very much for the follow. ZMax Fire. Basic concept. I think I've already hit you guys up, but once again, thank you for the follows. So the idea is guys, we're trying to play 25s this year. We're trying to play 10,000 games by the end of the year, mostly on stream. 10,000 games in spins is not a lot of spinning goes by professional standards. However, we are still going to make a go of it. 20% VPIP at 10 hands per hour. Yeah. They do feel a bit slow after grinding spins. I agree. I mean, not only that, but I think I actually played pretty well in the end. Still got massively punished in most of the spots where I really feel like I should have done better, but there we go.
Does he ever lose? This guy. Does he ever lose?
Thank you very much for the follows, guys. Pocket fours. Nice. Yeah, I mean, it was fine, you know, when I play live MTTs, make it more social, have a chat, you know, introduce yourself to some people, learn about some people that are around you. It was a very good vibe. I had a really nice time. Thank you again to Handed Mob for inviting me to come join. Ultimately, I feel like I actually played really well. I mean, I've got a very clear image in my mind of the majority of the hands that I've played, and the ones that I wasn't so sure about, I had a little study sesh when I got back to the hotel each night, and I think it was good. I think it was very textbook. Definitely made some good adjustments. I feel like the exploits were there. In the very last tournament of the week, it was kind of last chance saloon. I got very unlucky for triple. I think it was like for 10 starting stacks or something like that, all in pre-flop with the best hand, and it was a very sad story not to get there. That's right. Otherwise known for Twitch's biggest shopping channel. So we're losing to the Queen of Diamonds or the King of Diamonds, and that's it. This is a limped pot. I don't think we're allowed to fold. I mean, theoretically, our opponent should really do this with most of the deck because we're not going to have the King of Diamonds or Queen of Diamonds that often, given the way we played the hand, but here we are. Story checks out. All right, we win the game on the left. We win a big pot on the right. I think it's a good move by Deoro there. It kind of makes sense. It's just the way that the two ranges interact. You're going to probably encounter a lot of bluffs there because we're so capped. $75 on the right as well. Lovely. Lars Ulrich says, nice tune. Which song is it? All of the music you are listening to now was AI generated by myself using a program called a website called Suno. That's right, Suno Shore. Suno Shore is definitely the name of my band, by the way. Thank you for that. But yeah, there's some pretty good ones in there. We got some heavy stuff. We got some more lighthearted stuff. Generally speaking, I don't agree with the use of AI anything, but in a pinch, I wanted something that I thought sounded groovy or sounded fun on stream that was not copyright protected, and I was kind of overpaying for. epidemic sound for diminishing returns on music quality. I think a check raise here is pretty cute, but I'm not sure if we have enough. Kind of wrapped around it here. I think this is probably okay. Let's give it a try. If we get no equity on the turn, we can just check it up. We're gonna give it up here. Pair of tens. It's gonna be a sad story if this guy has a queen, but there we go. Definitely a push with the Jack 9 suited. This is a rare ISO. We're gonna make this 2.5. Ace-6 of diamonds for show. Brav. Queen. No action with the ace-jack is kind of sad there. Brav. At least we don't know either of these players on the right. That's a good sign. Which is generally a good thing. King Jack in position. Definitely not folding yet. A little bit too high up in our range. Interesting. Interesting, sir. Interesting. 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 I guess when the unknown player does it, it's going to be less bluffy, which is not good for us. We can just get ace-king all in next hand. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Really, really touches the soul. Really, really makes you feel good about life. Come on, diamonds! Oops, sorry guys. There we go. God. Jack's full like a boss. Jack's full like a boss. Oh my god. It's pretty embarrassing. It's pretty fucking embarrassing how bad we run. You're embarrassing me. Ah! Come on! We need to run better than this. Got me good. Got me good. Got me good. I got Ace King over here. Come on, Ace King. Do something cool, please. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. C-bet, take it down. Pretty cool. Okay, $100 on the line. We can definitely do this on the right-hand side, guys. I absolutely believe, genuinely believe it's possible. I believe. Yeah, why is poker so fucking hard? Where's the music?
Why is poker so fucking hard?
Ace and an 8. That's so great. Ace and an 8. That's really great. Boom. All right, we got him. We got an ace and an 8. And that's really great. Ace and an 8. And that's really great. We're gonna check the flop so we can raise the turn. Got an ace and an 8. And that's really great. Ace and an 8. Hey, Solandur, good to see you, man. little bit scared of this, actually. Not for the reasons you might think, though. I got an ace and an 8, and that's really great. Solandur, we are winning EV today. We're winning EV. Got a queen and a jack, and there's no going back. Got a queen and a jack, and there's no coming back. Strag official, hello, my friends. All right. We're going to have to work hard here, chat, to make this one work for us on the right. Gonna bet the flop, because we're the top. Bet the flop, because we're on top. Never mind. Got an ace and a 9, and we're feeling fine. Trapping 7s like a genius. Da, 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 da. 13. Don't blame him for that. All right, there's a lot of min raising going on here, so we're going to have to start defending correctly. Oh, King of Spades, 4 of Hearts. Confident second barrel. It's not the winning or the losing, it's the EV we made along the way. That's absolutely accurate, Strag, and you know it. Absolutely spot on. Ugh. I am tempted to call this one, guys. Nice. We do put the chips in good. $100 on the line, and we're feeling fine. Got $100 on the line, and we're trapping pocket 7s just like this. 70%. Not like that. All right, 100 USDs. We're going to trap ace king on the left. Got an ace and a 9, and we're feeling fine. King, queen of hearts, kind of monstrous. Got an ace and a 9. We're feeling fine. It's a pretty good looking flop. Got a queen and a 9, and we're feeling fine. Hey, Millionaire Mojo. Good to see you, mate. It's time to watch you spin and grow. There you go. How wholesome is that? How wholesome is that, my friends? Go on, put your chips in. Put them in. Is there a full version of Does He Ever Lose? There is, yeah. If you go on, Jakers, if you go onto the Discord channel, there's a channel specifically for the AI music I generated. And Does He Ever Lose, the full version? It's not very long, but it is in there. Does he ever lose? This guy. Does he ever lose? This guy. Bit concerned about this. Don't think I want to 3-bet jam that. Checks the turn. Interesting, okay. Guess we can go for all of it here. Wish me luck, guys. Cool. Yeah, thank you, Zinsex, that's right. Okay, let's see if we can win some money here. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see if it's possible. So the guy has 5 big blinds and he has this dominated somehow. Of course he does, because why not? Does he ever lose? What are you check raising with, you sneaky, sneaky boy? Ugh, the thing is, this is not the way. This guy plays aces unusually in the first place, which means that I can actually give him more credit there. So far, let's just do this. Does he ever lose? This guy. Gonna trap 9s like an absolute dominator. Porto, thank you very much for the follow, by the way. I think I missed your follow, mates. Does he ever lose? Spin and grow should be my motto. I love it. That's an interesting one. You can't find Does He Ever Lose? Oh, okay. Actually, maybe I didn't upload that one in the end. There's a chance I didn't post it. Well, let me see if I can find the whole thing for you guys. The Steam library. No, that's not it. Steam library is not. Stream assets. Music 2026. I'll have to find it, guys. I was thinking of Lost Another Flip. I don't have Does He Ever Lose. It'll be on Suno somewhere. One sec. Okay, I can search in my library. Does he? Here it is. Oh, you know what? Actually, there wasn't a full-length version of this one. These I did all of these as just a 12-second thing. Tell you what, guys. There's some really good versions of this, though. Does he ever lose? All right, let me send you guys what I have on here. Okay, I'm gonna upload what I have. Upload a file, desktop. Does he ever lose? There you go, guys. I just uploaded it if you want to download it or listen to it again. I was thinking of Lost Another Flip. There was actually an entire song for Lost Another Flip. Lost Another Flip was actually probably even better. All right, guys, we need to play more volume. Spinning Grow is even more on brand. Spinning Grow is the name of your porn film. Oh, God. Stream assets could be good as well. Good. I'm glad you think so. Why are we betting 3 big blinds in the swap? Oh, the worst possible turn. Cool. Very cool. I'm going to trap him with the 9s. This guy is firing. He's absolutely blasting. You can tell. He is absolutely blasting. Nice. That was a big return to sender there. Change the category to AI music. 25 plus. Yeah, I do. I definitely lose drag. It's wishful thinking. Zintex says, I don't think you can just generate a small clip like that. You can. You literally just tell it that you want it to be like 15 seconds or whatever, and it's not always perfect, but it'll get around that. I actually found the original clips. They were all 8 seconds long. Hey, Strag, you got to give the people what they want. Poker streams are like monster truck rallies. You got to give the people what they want. Requenia. I said, yeah. Just one more spin. Let's go. Queen Jack, baby. This is what I'm talking about. I love winning flips. I just want to win all the flips all day. Pocket eights, baby. Let's go. What? Yeah, boy. That's the turn we were looking for. Thank you very much. That is the turn that we're looking for. Flopping sets. So hardcore. Rake it in. We managed to put the chips in good on the left here. This is nice. It's a chop pot though for some reason, which is very strange. I'm not sure how that happens. I'm not entirely convinced that was called for. I don't think that was called for. Didn't come here just to almost win. I came to rake it in. Stuck on stack to the ceiling. Got top pair and it's really cool. What happens now? I'm gonna bet 1.5 on the river. If he shoves, we're gonna call. Yeah, baby, the inducer. Right, what did I have? Get out of the way. Hey, get out of the way. Okay, Alexander, you are now officially friend of the stream. All right, what do I have here? Okay, good. Almost made a mistake. So we want to make a note on that guy because we absolutely roasted him with the Queen Jack. Okay, we can't fold yet. And potentially we can still check and win this river. Show me 9-10 one time. Ah, lame. Yeah, unlucky there, Alexander. Ace-8's definitely the right call here. But you are now officially friend of the stream. You bet on maybe. House want blood. I walk in wavy. This is what I came for. Julian. We're going to trap the ace-6 of hearts. Syntax. Correct. Accurate. Yeah, we're never going to get away from ace-6 of hearts here. That's a nice little run out for us there. Love to run good, baby. We really like to run good, baby. Yeah. Let's give him a spin here. I'm going to mark this one for review. I'm pretty sure that this just sneaks into a call. We have quite a few hands to review today, guys. Probably still play for another 30 minutes or so. We've been two-tabling for most of today as well, so we would have actually managed to get quite some decent volume in today. Ooh, hello. 2 unknown players. Any multis about? Okay, 3x is pretty good. 3x is pretty good. Nice, 50 bucks on the left. Unfortunately, this guy DC'd and like clearly wasn't coming back. Apologies if you feel like that wasn't cool. I'm not trying to take advantage of the situation, but I don't think he was coming back, guys. I'm sure most people would have no issue whatsoever spamming me out of a game, and we did actually give him a couple opportunities to go back in the end. 5 on the river would be nice. We're not going to get to see it here. Ace and a 10, baby. Yeah, this is fair. This is very fair. Oh my God. Get there, baby. Let's go. Let's run good today. Let's go. We are actually winning some all-ins, and it feels fantastic. Feels really, really good. Spin and grow. I gotta write that one down. You guys, don't let me forget about that one. That's really funny. Spin and grow is genius tier. Do this. Do this. Let's do this one here. Let's do a little trap here with the ace queen against Spammer Kid. It's okay, it's not the worst start. We can just shove 10-7 here against this guy. Where are we at? I think it's probably just fine to go for it. And then let's try and do, let's do a 4 big blind ISO here. 10 and a 5, getting the flop. 9 and a straight against this guy. Let's get in. Say probably just bet turn is nice. If we can get a 4 reduced to fold here, it's quite good as well. I think we got to put the rest in now, guys. He might still call with a 4 reduce, but this feels like way too good of a spot to miss where he shouldn't have a king or a queen that often. Fair play, nice hands. I'd say queen 6, definitely a component of that. A lot of the weaker queens are not going to end up going in that category. Sevens and trays, how can we lose? What's up, Speed? Good to see you. Got kings on the left here. GG on the right, mate. Woke up with it twice. Soon, bro. What the hell? Come on, stop doing that, dude. Two pair, two pair, two pair, two pair. Don't break my heart, two pair. Don't break my heart, two pair. Don't break my heart, two pair. King Jack. All right, $100 on the left, 50 bucks on the right with an unknown player in the big blind here. Let's go for the full three here. Making top pair in the spot is pretty cute. I'd say probably this is going to be nice. We're doing okay, Gilly. We're winning EVs, buddy. This one goes. This one goes. This one is going to be a steal like this. Looking good. Going to start small. I'm probably going to end up blasting flop and turn minimum on the left, which I think Spammer Kid will probably anticipate as well, but there we go. Domination situation for $100. It's not cool, man. It's really not cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's not cool, dude. I'm not gonna lie, mate. It's not cool. We won't be folding this hand over here. 10-9 of diamonds is way too good to fold for the 7 big blinds or whatever it is that's all in here. We run good, then we run bad. Cool. Well done, everybody. Proud of you all. There's really, really good stuff there. Top poker from everyone there. Okay. Blind be blind. Put the chips in. Of course. Story checks out. We do have a back door wrapped around this 5 of clubs. I don't really know if I want to do anything too weird here against the unknown player, though, to be honest. Generally speaking, the unknown players are going to be more prone to be betting their hands in a face-up manner. He also uses a size greater than 1 big blind there, so there's potential there. We want to notice that there's potential there and attack it occasionally, but only when it feels right. So it's coming up to 4:45 now, guys. We will be doing our study session around the 5 o'clock mark. We'll see how far we get. I'd like to try and squeeze in more games, of course. I'd love to turn a straight. That'd be nice. The 8 is the card that we're looking for. Yes, 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 yes. This is the card that we like to see. This is a good flop over here as well. Wow, big bet turn. Let's try and keep the bluffs in. I'll be very sad if he has a full house here. That would be weird, wouldn't it? Keep the bluffs in. That's what we did. Just keeping them bluffs all the way in. Keeping them bluffs all the way in. Kablammy. Jack 10 of spades. Very, very potent hand in position here. Top juicy hand. Very juicy flop. I think we'll just bet this time. See if we can't get some action. So technically this is a check raising flop. Few jams. Yep, a 7, very easy call. Get lucky in the $75 game. Thank you. Unlucky spammer kid. At the very least, we're getting through some volume, guys. Gonna try and get lucky here. This is a pretty nice flop for 9-7. Making a few hands today. Actually winning some all-ins. Come on. Big old bet now. Here we go. That's what we like to see. That's what we like to see. This is what we like to see. This is what we like to see. Give it some time on the turn here, but we're definitely shoving. And we're going to put this in over here as well. Oops. Actually, it looked like we had the best hand there for a minute. Same on the right. We want to write down the action here as well. The move with this the move with the A7 here is just really silly. You just want to put it all in there. But it means that we made the right decision by getting the chips in right. If that turns out to be like a really big hand, then obviously the sizing tell at that stack depth is going to be an issue. So this was a min raise 7 effective BVB was A7 off. So in future, like he's just going to play what the cards that he wants to play from that position as an open as opposed to a shove, which means that we want to keep hands like King 10 into our jamming range. Because we have the correct, he's going to have the correct range basically. Okay, let's stop running like garbage, please. Let's just have the best hand once in a while. Jamie's asking, have you watched the World Cup? I have, yeah. I've seen most of the England games. Obviously, tomorrow is a big day for England. I believe we're playing Argentina. How you doing, Jamie? How are you getting on, buddy? In the 2x multiplier, we're just going to call with the Jack 10 here, I think. Like, against the unknown player, he's not going to have exactly the right range, but in the 2x multiplier, we can't really afford to give up spots that are pretty pure. Okay, this game on the right should be good. We don't know the player here. This guy seems to be... We've got to note that this guy was doing something real wacky. Okay, so the min raise here is actually extremely strong. this guy is not the one to have the balanced min-raise range there either. So we're going to exploit folds. Probably 1 or 2 more games, guys, and then we're going to take a look at our hands for review. We'll mark that one for review as well, but I'm pretty sure it's just a jam, 10-5 suited. I'd be surprised if that one was wrong. 9 big blinds, 10-5 suited, seems good. There's not really too many other ways to play it well. Queen Jack was the best hand. Is the best hand. Oh, nice. Check this out, guys. We got a 1-2-5 over here. Again, played a little bit with both of these just now, but only a couple hands each. So let's say the 1-2-5 is going to be our last. It's going to be our last game over here. Cool. We lose the minimum on the left. Thank you, Speed. I'm a Scotland fan, but also English, so I'd be happy to see them win it. I'm good. Back home in Wales for the family for a bit, playing some micros because the punters and pet. Awesome, mate. Awesome. Well, best of luck. Best of luck, mate. We'll catch up when you get back. We certainly could call here. I just think we're going to have the best hand quite often in this spot on the right. I guess we have to fold to the second barrel, though. Man, they just always have a hand, huh? They've always got it. We play and we play and we play. And we get them down, we get them down, we grind them down, we grind them down. Grind them down to dust, and then they just always have the hand to call y'all in. It's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Grind them into the floor, and then they just got 2 flips to win, and they are winning the game. Nice. Okay. Let's focus on this one for a sec. Okay, 1-2-5. Let's see if we can do it, guys. Definitely a call. Wish me luck. Yeah, ace-10 and ace-jack, of course. Why not? Just run pure as usual. We are The day we fold ace 10 in this situation is the day we quit playing poker forever, by the way. 15 big blind jam, blind v blind, ace 10, slam dunk. Not even close, not even remotely close. But of course, we can't win these games. All right, let's take a look at some hands for review, and let's take a look at the results so far this month. That's a really annoying way to finish a stream. All right, so the 1-2-5 is no good. So far this month, this is what our graph looks like. We are definitely winning a little bit of EV. We're running above expectation in chips, which is always nice. I have to admit, though, this is probably just making up for our run bad in previous graphs. 14 chips per game, $275 in profit. This is obviously pre-rake back. I want to get rid of this number so bad. I don't know how they're calculating this. They won't tell me exactly how this number is generated. This just seems to be some nonsense throwaway. I don't know. It's sometimes I see it and I do the math in my head and I go, this is, some of that makes sense, and then other times I see it and I think this is not right. Anyway, this is fine. We're doing okay. If we take a look at the year so far, you can see that we are still sort of stuck in this plateau. I'm hoping, we've had 2 sessions in a row now where we've won EV, and I'm hoping that we can have maybe 2 or 3 more after that, right? If we can go from here to here and then here to here, we will be reaching a little bit closer towards what our expected average chip EV should look like. Again, the stars spin and go pool at 25s is particularly reg heavy. Therefore, the average chip EV that can be expected is going to be much reduced. So, you know, anything between 15 and 20, I think would be very good. I think probably even some of the best players in the world are going to probably be in that range. And that's what we're trying to strive to achieve. We've played just over 3,300 games played today, to date. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's do some review. So before we proceed any further, I'm going to close up PokerStars. So everything that we are going to make reference to now is fine for use under TOS. Just want to make sure I make that crystal clear because I don't want anyone to think that I'm doing anything that you aren't allowed to do as well when you're playing on stars. So let's go ahead and fire this up and let's take a look at our first hand. So here we are. We jam Jack 3 of diamonds, blind v blind. The effective stack depth here is 8.67 big blinds. I'm just going to open up GTO Wiz for the first time today, of course, and we're just going to fire the hand histories straight into their upload feature. Just for ease, and we'll drill down a little bit more if we want to find anything else, but yep, just to push. Again, these ones are somewhat counterintuitive. A lot of these jam spots that we're going to look at today are very counterintuitive, but they are accurate. What's very, very important to note about these guys is that whenever we find ourselves in a situation where we're the first player to act and the first player to act is allowed to be all in, that doesn't mean we always want to take the line that GTO suggests, because there are specific situations where we might want to deviate. But these spots mathematically cannot be exploited. So if we do play Jack 3 as a push in this situation, right? Let's take a look at the whole range. So it's folded to us. The big blind has around 8.5 big blinds, something like that. If we play our hand in this fashion, it is impossible to be exploited. Number one, we're the first player to act, so we define what the action is going to be. Number two, all of this is based on how your opponent can respond in position. And therefore, the opportunity for it to be exploited is basically completely removed if you play your hand in this fashion. And I would say blind v blind in particular, we want to be playing really close to GTO in general. Simply because we know that if we follow the rules, we will make chips, and our opponent's mistakes will generate us more chips in the long run as well. The big adjustments and the places where people need to deviate from GTO that are much more difficult to play well are the situations where we react to our opponents. So if we were to, for example, min raise here, and then we were over folding, that would be us exploiting ourselves. Or if perhaps we min raise and somebody who's very tight goes all in and we call with the correct range, despite the fact that our opponent's range is much tighter, that makes our range incorrect because the output is based on the inputs provided. But in this situation, the Jack 3 is a clear push. it's going to be cuspy. It's going to be the bottom of our shoving range here, but like, you know, it's still going to run. The best thing about that is if you go and look at the actual value of the push, if you look at the actual strategy EV, if you take a look at Jack 3, they're saying that the all-in in this situation is going to be worth 0.04. But every time that your opponent folds a hand that they're supposed to call with and they're unaware of the fact they should be calling with it, that increases very, 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 very rapidly. Let me give you another really good example. And actually, this is super important as well. This is more important. I didn't realize how important this was until we started to play the merge spin and go player pool, where the games are much faster and we're playing a lot more, 7 to 10 big blinds effective heads up. If we go to heads up and we take a look at 7 big blinds, hands like 10-4 suited being played as an all-in here, the most valuable way to play 10-4 suited is going to be a shove, and that will generate 0.06 big blinds on average, okay? That doesn't sound like a lot, and it's not a lot, but if your opponents are overfolding, that number increases so quickly, which is why a lot of very good spin and go coaches are advocating for playing not only 100% of the jams that you're supposed to play here, but also more of the jams that your opponents are going to make big mistakes on. So let's say we play this as an all-in. The number of people that are going to fold for 7 big blinds, queen deuce suited, queen 3 suited, king deuce off, king 3 off, the value of that just increases so rapidly. So it's very important that we don't miss these ones. And if anything, especially in the 2x and 3x multipliers, you can absolutely attack these spots. So help us commenting in the chat. You can min raise fold. Just trying to understand which hand we're talking about. We probably already lost it anyway, to be fair. Okay, here we're all in for 3 big blinds. This should be pretty straightforward. The cool thing about shoving hands like Queen 8 here is our opponents are supposed to call almost any 2 in the big, so this is fine. 8-5, we are getting shoved on for 3.38 big blinds. I imagine 8-5 needs to be a call here. Let's actually take a look at the range. It's very, very close, but I think at this point it's just going to be the math. Okay, let's take a look at the pre-flop. I remember this being shorter anyway. You can see how close it is here, right? So 9-5 off is still in here, 9-6 off. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I'm not that fussed about it because the sort of pot odds are there, but it's fine. So we jam Queen Deuce of Hearts here for 7.67 big blinds. Again, this should just be a jam. Pretty straightforward. Really not too remarkable. 10-8, we are facing a min raise, we call. It goes check, 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 check. Our opponent has Jack 6 offsuit. So what I'm trying to understand is, this is a player that we've played with a fair amount. I don't believe that we're min raising anything. I think we are almost never min raising at 10 big blinds effective anyway. But also, I want to understand if there is a min raise at all, and then also if Jack 6 is meant to be part of that. So as played, this is fine. We want to see it from their perspective, though. We weren't really trying to examine our play here. So yeah, look, 10 big blinds effective, small blind. There is basically 0% min raise, let alone Jack 6 offsuit. So very, very unusual to see that that this is happening. And I don't know if it was a misclick or whatever, but this player doing that does kind of freak me out. Help us says the Jack 3. Right, it was the Jack 3 suited jam. They're saying you can min raise full Jack 3. I think you're probably right. I'm trying to remember what the spot was now. What was it? Blind v blind at 8, something like that. Maybe it was a little bit more shallow than this. 7.5. Okay, anyway, fine. This one is done. All right, so 7-5 here. We are folding. Yeah, I just want to double check the fold is correct. We are at 8. Pretty sure we just fold here. Okay, looks like it might be a mix. There's some calling. It's going to be really close in that case, isn't it? Yeah, fine. I'm okay with that. Queen 10 suited. We raise, not all in. Our opponent shoves, and then I think we call. I'm pretty sure all of our suited... Pretty sure that all of our suited Broadway needs to raise call here. Yeah. Fine. 6-7, we're facing a jam. I think with this additional dead money in the middle, 6-7 is going to have too much equity to want to fold. Perfect play. So again, all in. Because he is shoving 9 big blinds, this changes a lot, right? If this is the big stack and he's shoving into a 9 big blind stack and then a 6 big blind stack, it has a very different property than if he's shoving the 9. Technically, it's all 9 effective, so it shouldn't make that big of a deal. But his desire to panic and actually to shove the wrong range, but also obviously a shorter, like just the normal 9 big blind range, is going to be more pronounced. I would be very surprised if this is a fold, just because his hand is still supposed to have some suited queens that we have dominated. He's still supposed to have all the pocket pairs, and obviously we're going to perform well against anything up to pocket 9s. We're going to be ahead of Jack 10. We're going to be ahead of 9-10 suited. We're going to be ahead of 8-7 suited. When you look at it like this, and there's the additional half a big blind dead, I'd be very surprised if this was a fold. But let's take a look. Okay, let's take a look at the range. Looks like we got this one wrong. I want to make sure that the solve is as close as it can be, though. See, this isn't quite right. I think it should play the same, but let's go back and take a look here. So let's say 9, 14. 9, 14, 7. All right, that's good. There's not limping button. We're not limping button. Confirm. Okay, all in, folds. Okay, nope, still just a little bit too wide. So the Queen 9 isn't going to go. Queen 10 will go. King 9 will go. All this is good. So this was a smidge too wide. Fair enough. We just have to learn from that. We ended up being up against... King Jack, fair play. Nice hand. Okay, so that one's definitely wrong. Ace deuce all in here. Again, I just think all of our suited aces are going to be jammed. We're 15 big blinds effective. I'm pretty sure that we're shoving all our suited aces up to A7 suited. Yeah, that's 100% push. And then, yes, okay, correct. So all the pushes up to A6 suited. The ace deuce actually is a mix, but that's fine. I'm not worried about that. Again, if the impetus for your opponents to fold hands that they should be calling with makes that a lot better in real life. Hello, Money. Good evening to you. How was your spinning and go shooting this evening? It was fine. We managed to win some EV. We won some money. We still need to get free of the doldrums that we're stuck in. I think every time I look at this spot, I'm pretty sure that Queen Jack is actually meant to be a 3-bet jam here. We ended up doing it. Our opponent calls and he has Ace King because of course he does. I'm pretty sure that we were missing the Queen Jack jam and it goes in. Okay, no. we're learning this one wrong as well. It's a weird one. If I remember correctly, it was something like 15. No, was it? Did it get included at 14? Yeah. Okay. This was the confusion. When we looked at this before, this is the bit that I'm remembering. Oh, sorry, this is wrong. 13 symmetrical. Here we go. Yeah, okay. So this is where the confusion lies. At 15, Queen Jack is pretty much not going to be played. As soon as we get to 14, they want us to 3-bet jam it about half the time. As soon as we get to 13, they want us to jam it all the time. The problem is, guys, and this is very, very, very important, all of this is predicated on your opponent having this min-raise range. And at this stack depth, a lot of players are not playing their hands correctly here. A lot of players around the 13 big blind mark have started to basically min-raise only the strongest stuff, and they're going to shove a lot of, like, almost all the other stuff that they can. One of the things that I discovered when I was doing my database review was that even the very good regs are massively under min-raising here, and therefore the Queen Jack 3-bet just isn't going to do as well as you want it to. They will not have enough raise folds. Now, Queen Jack is a very special hand. Like, it has tons of equity, so I don't think you're ever going to do awful, but I just don't think it performs nearly as well as it should. But this does indicate to me that we're not completely crazy, so that's fine. I'm happy to be wrong for 15, but for 14 it was okay. So all in with Queen 9 suited here. I'm imagining that because this guy is short stacked, this is very good. Let's just double check. Okay, cool. Bit too wide. Can't imagine that it's wrong though. We're gonna play Queen 9. They just want us to do a mix. So look, the all-in is gonna be 0.18 and the raise is gonna be 0.2. So with the 15-8-15 split, if we duplicate this now, and then we were to go 15-15-8s, let's look at 15-15-8s instead.
Does he ever lose? This guy. Does he ever lose?
Yo, Bex, thank you very much for the follow. Okay, so here you go. This is 15-8-15. Queen 9 suited is a hand we play, but it's very close between min raise or shove. When they are flip-flopped, when it goes 15 big blinds in the button, 15 big blinds in the small blind, and the short stack is the big blind, we play it as a push. So you can see how sensitive this is to the asymmetrical stack sizes. And so for that reason, what you want to do is remember that the short stack in the big blind is going to be more push heavy. So we're pushing about 18.3, and then we're going to do it a little bit less, just flip flopped when there's the 8 big blinds in the small. Helpa is asking which detail was. Yeah, I have Ultra Helpa. I have the most expensive one. So again, not a mistake necessarily, but definitely interesting. And I try to remember where the spot goes better there. Excuse me. Can you replay my hand, please? Excuse me. Why aren't you replaying my hands? I'm okay yesterday, and yesterday poker was a pretty rough day. It wasn't the best of days that I've had, but you'll have days like that. Did you get a chance to see any of the main event? Because now they have their 9 players left. I did see a little bit, yes. I mean, this weekend I was in Nottingham at Dusk Till Dawn for a Handed Mob Championship event, and they were showing it on all the TVs. I don't know why this isn't replaying for me. I might have to restart this. Tried to call you, but I couldn't find the words. So... Hanson notes being weird now, guys. 1 second. Okay, let's go over here. Where is my replayer? Oh, it's just gonna annoy me now. Okay, well, I don't know why this is suddenly broken. There you go. Okay, cool. So Queen 7. We are all in for the 7 big blinds. I don't know why we're looking this one up. This seems pretty fair. Be very surprised if this doesn't just go every time it does. Nice. Okay, on mark. 10-6. I'm pretty sure we have to call here for 4.5 big blinds. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we're shoving 9 big blinds with 10-5 of hearts here. Again, I just think this is the one you want to run most of the time. Okay, so the pre-flop is going to be a call. You're still playing the hand. The difference between the shove and the call is almost nothing, though. I'm fine with this. This one does not want to replay for some reason. Why are you being such a baby? All right, what happened here? So pre-flop ace-8. So the button shoves. He calls for 10. We call a big blind. Okay, copy hand history. We can actually view it in here, can't we, guys? Really? So all in for 16. Oh, I thought we were shorter than this, to be fair. All in for 16. This guy is all in for 1. And they want us to fold ace-8. Are you absolutely sure, mate? Okay, well, that's about as close as you can get. I guess it is a fold. Ace-9 definitely is in. Ace-8 is out. Fair enough. Mistake here. Okay, so we are slightly higher in EV than we were back here. There's a slight upward trend now, but we really want to see this go a little bit more. We want to see this go a smidge higher. If we can keep on building the EV from this point here, I feel confident that after just a couple sessions, we could actually get to the point where our chip EV is at all respectable, because we're definitely not playing well enough. We're not running well enough, I would say, probably more importantly, to be profitable in the game currently. Our chip EV overall right now is only about 7 chips per game or something like that. We should be closer to 15 or more. You guys have been seeing what I've been seeing, though, as well. I think it's just a volume thing. It's just a variance thing. Generally speaking, I think our game has been very tight, even in the days where we're not really feeling it that much. We just need to ramp up the volume a smidge. We need to keep cool, and we need to grind on. And I'm confident that by the end of the year, we can be, whatever the average pool chip EV is for the average reg. And then we'll see how everything pans out with Rakeback, because at the moment we're subsidizing all of our at the moment we're getting a decent amount of rewards, and those rewards are subsidizing our losses for the time being. However, in an ideal world, we'll have one big upswing and then obviously unlock a bunch of bonuses on the way as we get to our more comfortable, confident chip EV, and report everything at the end of the year, see how we get in. Right, I'm going to sign off for now, guys. We are going to do another stream tomorrow back here, twitch.tv/NickWalshTV or youtube.com/@NickWalshTV. More spinning goes, just like this, probably more two-tabling, just trying to get more on track and see if we can win some dollars. We haven't had any of our big pulls yet. I think by the end of this year, we should have played at least 2 50x spins, and we should have played perhaps one 100x spin. Obviously those could be very serious in terms of, us getting to profitability, but super high variance, very, very difficult to know exactly when it's going to strike and how we're going to do in those, but we're going to try our best. And I think tomorrow and Thursday we'll do some streaming, guys. I might even try and do a stream on Friday, maybe some evening streams in general. But so far, for now, let's just book in tomorrow around 2 p.m., maybe a bit before. Ruthie is running a 10K tomorrow. I'd like to support her in that, but I'm pretty sure that I can finish with you guys around 5, and then that should still be fine as normal. Really quick question from Basic Concept. When it's 15 to 28, can you pretend the small blind doesn't exist and play just heads up 15 big blinds versus 28? Or is that the wrong idea? So in my opinion, Basic Concept, that's always how I've dealt with those situations. However, as you could see in that spot that we just covered, in fact, let me see if I still have it open for you. So in this case, this is 16-1-16. So if you guys don't know what that means, it means the button has 16 big blinds, the small blind has 1 big blind effectively forced all in, and the big blind has 16 big blinds. So if we were to compare these two, just for the sake of argument, let's duplicate this. Let's say that this is the spin and go, and then this is going to be the heads up. So if we go to heads up, sit and go 16, if we were to force this player all in first act, and we were to ignore the small blind, right? Ace 8 will be a call. Like a very clear call, a very, very, very clear call. Now, what's interesting is it was always my assumption, Basic Concept, that you're making a little bit of an adjustment for the fact that the small blind is all in here, but it's not going to change that much. But if we actually look at the output here, let's force this player all in. Let's say that the small blind, sorry, this is the right one. This one here, all in, call, and then this is the range that they need to call with. Look at the difference in the actual calling range here. It's very significant, and that's news to me. Previously, I didn't have access to as much technology in order to, look at these asymmetrical spots. We call them asymmetrical when, all players don't have the same stack. In these situations, that is wildly, wildly different from my anticipation of what we're supposed to call. Now, my estimation is simply that the initial jam is going to be a lot stronger. So these are the hands that we're going to shove here, heads up at 16, because we don't do a lot of shoving really at this stack depth. If we take a look at what the button is supposed to be shoving here, it's just constructed very, very differently here in general. You see ace 10 to ace 9, king, queen, fours, and trays. Whereas heads up, it's some of these weaker aces and then the very, very smallest pairs. So suddenly a lot of our more middling hands perform quite well because so much of this is made up by hands that we have very good equity against, or we're flipping against. In fact, 8-7 suited is a slight favorite against pocket threes, pocket twos, for example. But I think probably the other component is as soon as you're in a multi-way pot, the actual equity of your hand is going to be very sensitive. Now, does it really matter? Theoretically, you're looking at equities of all three players, but you're only going to lose 1 big blind to the guy that's all in the small blind. So does that really matter? I don't know. I would say that generally speaking, you're not going to get hurt if you follow those sorts of rules. Generally, you just want to be a bit tighter. But no, that is not accurate. But that's something that I actually assumed for a very long time. And that's why I like to study these ones after the stream, because they're just so different. They're just so different. So all in, call. Now, if this player folded, which isn't really a thing, it is interesting to see this player folding as much as this. Sorry, this makes way more sense. I was going to say that I don't think there is any folding when you got half your stack in. It was loading this one. That's why I was confused. I was like, I'm sure that this is a call. So this is basically never a call. We can assume that this is 100% of the deck. So even when this is 100% of the deck, this is still the range that we're supposed to call with. I'd say the biggest issue that we have is that a lot of players probably aren't playing their button like this at all. They're probably going to shove 5s and 6s and 7s and a lot of these, because what they're trying to do is they're trying to isolate the 1 big blind that they know is going to be all in, and they just want to make it simpler and not play multi-way. So this range doesn't necessarily reflect how most people will play this situation, but it is still interesting to note that it is very different in response to your question. Okay. So I'm going to sign off, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow for more Spin and Go action. I love you all very much. Good luck.